Hey everyone, welcome back to the Craft Parenting Podcast, the podcast about two Cincinnati craft beer lovers with a severe parenting problem.
I've had beers today.
And why is that?
Who dey think gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody.
So this is a very special episode, and we'll get into that. But first, my name is Joe Ludwig, and that voice that you hear is my lovely wife and co-host, Caroline.
Yo, 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 West Side, Best Side.
We've had beers.
I shotgunned a beer.
We did. Or you did.
I did.
I didn't do it.
No.
You did. I don't know why you did.
Because I could, and I should.
But this is a very special episode of the Craft Parenting Podcast. We just wanted to hop on, and during this historic moment,
Neither of us have been alive for a Bengals like playoff win.
well, the Cincinnati Bengals is a American football team
That I usually know as the Cincinnati Bungles. So like the Cincinnati Bengals is a weird concept to me. Like I'm all here for it, but I can't comprehend it.
Neither of us have been alive since they've gone to the Super Bowl. They haven't been to the Super Bowl. They haven't won a playoff game in 33 years.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take that back. They haven't been to the Super Bowl in 33 years. They've won a playoff game before.
Mm-hmm. But it's been a hot second.
So lots of records are being shattered. Lots of reality is being shattered.
Lots of overtime wins, which I'm like, cool, except my heart can't take this.
Like, what is going on?
What? We lost the coin toss, but we got an interception? We got a field goal, and now we're going to the Super Bowl? Ah!
So, the Wikipedia page, this is really funny. If you go to Wikipedia, the Bengals Wikipedia page, it says the 1990s and the 2000s were a period of great struggle.
That tracks. So, like, you wear Bengals wardrobe way more than I do. I have it in my closet. I'll pull it out for special occasions. But, like, we start winning, and I'm like, do I pull out my Bengals gear so I support them? Or do I not pull out my Bengals gear because I don't want to jinx them? So, like, I have a flag for our front yard, but I'm afraid to put it out because I haven't put it out all season. And if I put it out now, have I jinxed us?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But Elliot's birthday is Super Bowl Sunday, and it's the year of the tiger. So I think the universe says it's in our favor.
I think the matrix is fractured.
That could also be possible.
I can't comprehend. I'm still having issues comprehending that the Cincinnati Bengals are going to the Super Bowl after all these years of watching the Schittsburg. That one's for you, Stephen.
And Stephen and Hillary are still refusing to accept my gracious gift of letting them borrow our 0 to 3 month Bengals cheerleading costume for their little sweet pea.
So not only Schittsburg, but also the Patriots. That's for you, Kim. Not that you listen, but whatever. And I've been to many a Super Bowl party having to watch the Schittsburg Steelers and or the Patriots.
Yeah, it's frustrating. But
33 years.
The last Super Bowl game that the Bengals were in was the 49ers versus the Bengals. Right now, as of this recording, not this recording being released, there is 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the game of the 49ers and the Rams are up by 3, but the 49ers have the ball.
I smell a rematch.
So we'll see what happens. We shall see.
I don't know where Joe Montana is these days, or if he's even alive, but I know that
Boomer's a commentator.
He's a commentator for CBS.
And from watching the game last week,
he was pretty excited.
He was pretty excited, and he was taking a lot of shit from the other commentators for supporting the Bengals when they were all like, no, the Bengals aren't going to do it.
Yeah,
everybody else is up by 15.
They've done they did the pregame predictions, and every single CBS commentator. Not this week. Maybe this week. I didn't watch this. We were late for the party because children. But last week versus the Tennessee Titans, we were watching at home, and every single CBS commentator said Tennessee was going to win.
And it was like by 15 points.
Except,
like, it was by ridiculous margins, too.
Yeah, not only did they predict, but they predict scores.
Yeah.
Which is why. Like, why?
I think they have their own, like, little internal bets for charity.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But I guess that's new, but whatever. You do you guys. But Boomer was the only one who predicted that the Bengals were going to win, and they did.
I mean, they're a hungry team, so
33 years. Just imagine. I did not exist. You did not well, I guess I technically existed.
Your mom was pregnant with you.
Yeah, but just barely.
Yeah, I did not exist yet.
You did not exist. You were not even a thought.
So we went to your parents' house and we watched the game there.
Yeah.
We were tardy to the party because Elliot is not feeling well at the moment. So the kids got baths before we went to your parents' house. It was a very stressful first half. Bengals were down, and then the second half, we just kept slowly crawling up the scoreboard, and then the score was tied, and there was like a minute left. And no, we were up by 3, and Kansas City was so close to getting a touchdown. Like, they were within like 10 or 15 yards. Actually, it was like 3rd and goal. They were within 10 yards, and we held them, so they had to go for the kick. And they made the kick, so then we were tied. They won the coin toss for overtime because overtime is a whole new ball game.
I think the ref even said this is a whole new
that's
game.
A whole new game, basically. So the Kansas City Chiefs have the ball. I think it was even like the second down. There was an interception, and a Bengal caught it and started running. And we just kept getting closer and closer to the goal line. Now we got within field goal range and we couldn't get much closer.
At that point, it seemed like they were giving up because we were watching the local news and they were alleging that the Kansas City fans were leaving at that point for some reason. And it was, it seemed like they gave up. Because we kept running and the defense was, I guess, tired.
It didn't seem like we were really going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And so then
no, we were getting somewhere, but the Kansas City defense, it seems like they were giving up.
Yeah, so McPherson was warming up his golden leg. And we get 2 downs, and there's still like 10 minutes left in the game. Burrow decides to take a knee for the 3rd down, eats up some time on the clock, and sends in McPherson. And
they centered the ball.
Yeah, so they centered the ball, and the goal was good. Bengals are going to the Super Bowl. And then just chaos erupted in the house. And during this, Elliot is sleeping upstairs. I don't know how, because your mom is screaming, your sister's screaming, you guys are screaming. And I'm pretty sure we could hear you guys through the baby monitor. And just all out chaos because what the hell just happened?
I don't know. This is literally the first time this has ever happened in my lifetime.
I don't know what is going on. I do know now, though, that we will be playing the Rams in the Super Bowl. So it will not be a rematch.
Oh, is it already over?
That is what the Google says.
Interesting. Okay.
17-20, Rams win.
Okay, then. We'll see. I don't know anything about the Rams at this point, but Hooday.
I'm excited. I still cannot comprehend this. I can't complete sentences. I can't even or odd.
That's very serious.
Yeah. But after the game, I decided it would be a fantastic idea to shotgun a beer for the first time in forever. Called out Julia.
Whoa. Hold on. You shotgunned a West Side Pilsner.
Yes. So if you haven't seen the West Side Pilsner can, the way West Side does their cans is they have a band of color on their cans, but the rest of the can is usually black. The band of color on their Pilsner can is white with red lacing that looks just like a baseball, which is how old that beer is. It is from baseball season. And it had been sitting in our little cooler for a while, so it wasn't super cold. So it wasn't too bad to shotgun. But like 3/4 of the way, well, actually, no, like halfway through shotgunning the beer, Jenna and Lily come outside because in order to keep the house nice and clean, I shotgunned it outside because it's been forever since I've done it. And Jenna's like, "Look, Lily, your mom's being silly. Like, what is your mom doing? This is weird." And then, "No, Lily, don't eat that." And so I just start busting out laughing. Had to take a pause. And then continue on chugging so I didn't spit beer out my nose.
But then Julia responded and she
She chugged a thunder snow.
She freaking chugged
a cold thunder snow.
A thunder snow. What are you doing, Julia? Didn't you have like High Life or something? Or the slow pour?
Yeah, and she called out Marco, so we'll see what Marco does.
Anyway, we just wanted to hop on here, do a very special segment on our feelings about the Cincinnati Bengals going to the Super Bowl. And we realize we are not a sports ball podcast.
We're not like the friends up north at the Nuba Report who talk about sports all the time, allegedly.
Well, no, we don't talk about sports, but it feels like this is a very special occasion, since this is literally...
It needs to be documented in history.
Yeah, this is literally the first time this has happened in my lifetime, in your lifetime.
Lily and Elliot need to learn about this in their history classes.
And I feel like Elliot is kind of the lucky charm here. He
turns 1 Super Bowl Sunday.
He was born February 13th, 2021. And a year later, the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl?
Like, what is this? I'm so excited, though. I'm going to go finish my seltzer.
Oh, we have to say what we're drinking, I guess, right? Well,
yeah.
So what are you drinking?
I am currently drinking an Astra Bomb Pop hard seltzer by March 1st.
Yeah, shout out to March 1st.
And the people that don't work there at Shift Beers. And then I've had a Westside Pilsner today, a Mad Trees Hoppy Amber, and some kind of peach liquor that your mom had in the house that we had a shot after the Bengals won.
Because that's how we do it.
Hey, if your family gets together and there is not a family shot, did your family get together?
No.
Correct.
But Jägermeister was offered and we both declined.
Politely.
Yes.
The only time we do Jägermeister is when we are already drunk or just don't want to do anything the next day because we want to feel terrible.
No, I don't. I never want to do Jägermeister. It ruins my night usually.
So what are you drinking?
I am drinking the Westside Vienna Lager.
Oh.
Oh boy. It is delicious. I mean,
it's a pretty good one.
I did a post about it on my Instagram. So go check that out. But yeah, I think that's all we have for this special episode. It's just we literally did not have a script. It's just
a Who Day.
Just a Who Day celebrating sort of thing.
Like, subscribe, share. Find us on all the socials at Craft Parenting Podcast. Send feedback at craftparentingpodcast@gmail.com. Send us awesome stuff to our P.O. box. Usual end out stuff. But now it's time to go to bed or just drink some more beers because Bengals!
Who Day.
Who Day.
And if you want to follow me personally, you can follow me on Instagram at craftparentingjoe. And you have a side hustle as well?
Yes, it is Caroline's Creative Crafts, or at Caroline Creates Crafts on Instagram.
And the first one was Facebook.
Correct.
All right. And with that, I'm Joe.
And I'm Caroline.
See you next time on the Craft Parenting Podcast.
Oh, Who Day, Who Day, Who Day think gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody. Yo, West Side, Best Side.